Hello everyone and welcome on board the Disney Wonder. My name is Garrett, and if you're new to the channel, well, welcome to the King Report. For this series, we are on board the Disney Wonder. This is one of Disney's first cruise ships. It's actually ship number 2. First came the Magic, then the Wonder, and through other series, we've been on the Wish, we've been on the Treasure, we've been on the Dream and the Fantasy, but now on the Wonder. This is my first time on board, and it is a spectacular ship. While significantly smaller than the Wish class ships, it is nonetheless beautiful, and I'm truly excited because this trip is something different. As you can clearly see from the background image, that is not a green screen. This is not a sailing from Florida like all my past ones. This is the first one I've ever done from the West Coast, and we are setting sail from Vancouver, British Columbia, here in the Great Wide North, known as Canada. If you're Canadian out there, high five to you. Your country is simply nice, everyone's friendly, and Tim Hortons is such a treat. I had like 3 donuts this morning. I'm already feeling it. But yeah, we're setting sail from here on a 9-day Alaskan cruise. And when I say we, of course, I'm talking to my wife, Ariel, and her lovely family. My family now, since we're married. Sorry, all you folks out there, I am quite spoken for. I married a Disney princess. But yeah, we are doing a 9-day cruise. We will leave from here, do a day at sea, then we will hit, I believe, Ketchikan, the Glacier Day, Juneau, Icy Strait Point. We will also go to Sitka, a day at sea, and then go to Victoria, British Columbia. And I probably missed some things there, but if you stay watching all the videos, you'll go along the journey and you'll figure out what I missed and everything like that. But look at this view, absolutely fantastic. Where I live in the Midwest, they don't have mountains, they have hills, and they're quite sad. But this is pretty mighty. So as we walk around the upper deck, just want to give a little storytelling of what we've done so far. We got on board, we were greeted by Captain Mickey. That's right, he was waving at us, everything like that. I said, "What's up, boss?" Because he used to be my employer, and he was pretty good at it. High fives and Mickey ice cream bars galore. But from there, we crammed 10 of us into an elevator, and then we went up to check out the spa, get some lunch in cabanas, and now just exploring around the ship. This is the adult area. It's very quiet. In order to go into the adult area, you have to be an adult. And what does that mean? 18. I don't care if it means 16 in your country, but in America, it's 18. But yeah, it's gonna be a nice quiet area, and this is amazing, impressive. It's pretty much the same size as the kids area, or the family pool, and this is so nice. On the Wish and the Treasure, the adult area is too small in my opinion. It's on the back of the boat. I think it's kind of sad if you're looking to get some just alone quiet time. But here, look, you've got Mickey Mouse shaped pool. You got ear, and then you got Mickey in the middle right there. You've got a bar right there, some pools. That's one of our family members. That is Mara, and she is part of our Norwegian family. And yeah, I'll introduce you to the whole crew, so don't you worry. But yeah, just taking in all the sights, and also Cove Cafe is down below. That is the coffee shop on the ship, and I will be stopping in there to get myself, milk and sugar, or milk and sugar, in the words of Michael Scott, and it's just milk and sugar. All right, all the 10-year-olds better watch out, because I'm about to be dunking on some people up here. Just kidding. I am horrible at basketball. Now, if we're playing pickleball, I gotcha. But yeah, basketball, no. Volleyball, sure. And you might be wondering, like, why the nets, Garrett? Well, that's a great question. That's so Timmy doesn't kick a ball off and have the ball end up in water polluting it, because the world is quite an amazing place, and we need to keep it as beautiful as possible. Just look at that beautiful view out there. So yeah, make sure you do your part and recycle, throw away your trash, and do not kick basketballs or volleyballs or any other kind of, human item into the ocean. As we wander around, you get mountains on one side, you get city skylines on the other. Vancouver, to me, is sort of the combination of what you get when you combine pretty much San Francisco with, just the ruggedness of the outdoors. Man, that's iconic. That's beautiful. So yeah, you got skyscrapers on one side, and then you turn and boom, you've got just untamed wilderness far out beyond there. For the first day, the day at sea, will be going between the fjords, and I'm looking forward to it, just how beautiful it can be, where mountains literally go into the ocean. And here is the family pool, or Goofy's pool. And that's the new sort of like icon that goes on all the ships, where it's sort of like a compass. It's telling about the Disney cruise ships and when they came out. This one came out in 1999 along with the Magic. If I said that already, awesome. If I didn't, even more awesome. And then off in the distance, that is Mount Everest. Just kidding, I don't know what mountain that is, but it's pretty. It's got some snow on there, and the weather is 73 degrees, but it won't be like that the entire cruise, I'll tell you that. So the Magic and the Wonder, those were the first two ships that Disney came up with when they did the Disney Cruise Line. If you want to learn more about how they were made and everything, make sure to watch the Imagineering story. It goes into deep detail into the actual planning and some of the insane and ridiculous designs. They're coming up with like a giant swan, but Disney went with the iClassic. Yeah, iClassic. That's the new word. That's the word of the day, iClassic. But the iconic and classical look of the luxury ocean liner, you know, similar to the Titanic, where it's like sleek. It was, you know, not overly gaudy or crazy, or have, you know, all these racetracks and roller coasters similar to like what you'd see on like Carnival or, you know, Royal Caribbean, Norwegian. Disney wanted something simple, classic, sleek, and also they wanted it to look fast. So they elongated the bow, so that's why Disney cruise ships look a little pointier in the front than others that kind of just go more straight. But it just created an absolutely beautiful looking ship, and that's what all Disney ships are like. The only one that kind of looks a little bit different is going to be the Disney Adventure when that comes out this year. That's because they bought it from another cruise line that went, you know, sort of out of order.
This is the officer of the watch speaking from the bridge. At the end of this announcement, we will be sounding our ship's whistle. We recommend to our guests on the open decks to cover
It's gonna be loud. Pretty loud, isn't it? But what a good sound. That's a real horn. That's the original horn. That's original right there. One sound. Boom. The OG. Yeah. Now this is going to be a madhouse later. This is Mickey's Mainsail and White House. This is where they have all the merch. And this is where people are going to be attacking one another to get in here and grab all this. They do not have it open while you're in port because you have to pay taxes, and no one wants to pay taxes when you're selling merchandise. So yeah, new hard cases, but look at that. They got the Alaska Spirit Jersey pullover quarter zip, which is a Garrett look. They got blankets. They got more blankets. They got ornaments. They got all this cool stuff. Like, you know, they got that stuff, which is cute. They got, yeah, they got this stuff. But This is the Alaskan exclusive merch that you can only get if you are on this itinerary. Ooh, that's... Don't worry, you'll be coming along with me as we push children out of the way to grab all this stuff. Just kidding, I won't push children, I'll push adults. Adults are fair game. But they even have, you know, unique ears and all that stuff.
Please welcome aboard the Roman Hobson family.
Right now, everyone's being, you know, welcomed on board like every other cruise ship. And they got the goof waving at everyone. That's right. Oh, and would you look at what the atrium statue is? It's my wife, Ariel. Yes. Indeedy. And it's called Triton for the big restaurant. Woo! What's up, goof? The ceiling is up. This ceiling is up. Yeah.
Disney Wonder, please welcome the Gonzalez family.
We just set sail, as you heard from the When You Wish Upon a Star OG horn, and we are about to cross under a bridge. Bridge? Yes, but this is a very high bridge that goes across from one side of Vancouver to the other. And yeah, pretty trippy going under a bridge. Yeah, this would not work on the Wish. Right now we're eating in PALO, and it's the 18 plus dining area. Because it's family dinner, I just want to keep that just for the family, but I stepped outside because the weather is phenomenal. It is currently almost 8:30 and it's still bright and sunny outside. That's the east. You've got just trees and islands, and then on the other side over here to the west, you've got, well, more, but there's mountains off in the distance. We're going between the fjords, and for those that don't know what a fjord is, you spell it F-J-O-R-D, and that's when a mountain goes into the ocean. You might be like, well, that's an island. It's like, no, a fjord, it like literally goes rock into water, and yeah, it is like, this is absolutely breathtaking, beautiful. Yeah, sailing out of Florida, it is a joke compared to just how beautiful and, you know, just like awe-inspiring, and it's just so peaceful. Like the water looks like glass,